Welcome back to the Force Feed. In today's gaming news, Sir You Are Being Hunted enters alpha next week, Microsoft points will be disappearing soon, and Project Phoenix is an upcoming JRPG being made by veteran developers. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, Sir You're Being Hunted is an upcoming game about being hunted by killer robots, and it will be entering into an alpha testing phase next Monday. In Sir You Are Being Hunted, you travel through a procedurally generated world using an array of weapons and tools in an attempt to avoid capture. An alpha version of the game will be arriving on Steam and the Humble Store on August 19th. This version is set to include base-level hunter AI, dogs, sentry balloons, and robot guards. This is a rather interesting looking title. Not only does it have a unique art direction and strange looking character models, but the gameplay itself being in a procedurally generated world, which means every playthrough will be different, and the fact that you're trying to sneak around and avoid detection while being hunted by killer robots. It's a unique concept, it's an interesting looking game, and I can't wait to take a look at it next Monday during its alpha early access. Next up, we have reported on in the past that Microsoft points would be on their way out. Well, looks like that transition will be happening sometime very soon. During the next Xbox 360 update, Microsoft points will be officially phased out. Any current points you may have during the update will be converted to real money, although those converted funds will expire on June 1st, 2015, so you'll want to make sure you use them before then. I think it's safe to say that I represent everyone's opinion in that good riddance. Who really needed Microsoft points? I mean, all that system or any systems like it really do is try to incentivize you to continually purchase these bundles where every time you make a purchase of a game or a DLC, you've got just a little bit left over and you have to buy more and more and more. So making the transition to real money, I think is a good transition. It's a transition that I'm happy with. And again, I think it's safe to say pretty much everyone else. Last up in news today, I want to talk to you guys about this brand new Kickstarter for a game called Project Phoenix. This is a JRPG that's being made by some very well-known veteran developers in the industry. Project Phoenix is a fantasy-themed, squad-based real-time strategy game combined with Japanese RPG design influence. The game is being made by some very talented individuals who have worked on titles such as Final Fantasies, Skyrim, LA Noire, Diablo 3, Halo 4, and Crysis 3. The Kickstarter began today and has already surpassed half of its funding goal of $100,000. Now I know what you're saying, $100,000 doesn't seem like enough money to make a video game of the caliber and quality that they're talking about, and you'd be right, it isn't. But there's no catch to this here. Well, there is a catch, but just for the people making it. Apparently, they're so well off and they're so well known in the industry and just financially secure that they're not going to get paid to work on this game until after it sells. The $100,000 that they're trying to raise with this Kickstarter, which, by the way, they'll probably get to by the end of tomorrow, is actually going to be going towards 3D modeling for the game. But the people working on it, they aren't taking a salary while they work on this title, and it's more of a labor of love. Which leads me to, I guess, the discussion point of this particular episode, and that's, why aren't more games done like this? I mean, obviously you need to be financially secure enough in order to do this, and small indie developers who aren't veterans in the industry can't get that done. But I think the concept behind this and what they're attempting to do is a great idea. Now, they're still going to get paid for their work. What's going to happen is once the game sells, they've got percentage royalties planned out. But they're in a position where they don't need to take a salary now, and they can work on this in their free time. And that incentivizes them to make as great a game as possible. So this is a really, really exciting concept. A JRPG, the art style, things that we've seen from the game so far, which admittedly isn't much more than concept art, it all sounds good. They're not raising a lot of money, so I think that also incentivizes people to pitch in because they say, hey, we can easily make this happen. And who knows? We're going to have to wait to see how this turns out. They've got a good pedigree behind the people working on the title, so it certainly has the opportunity to be a fantastic game. All right, guys, let me know what you think about Project Phoenix, anything we've talked about here in this episode of the Force Feed in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. I can't think of anything funny today. Microsoft points are stupid. Sir You're Being Hunted is a cool name. We could call, if you took that naming philosophy to Diablo 3, you could call it Sir You're you're spending money in the real money auction house.